for when he first opens his charts, whether he wants to identify trends or traps or anything of the sort. So the first thing I do when I open a chart, so anything at all, I always want to see the bigger picture. So I'll come up to a weekly time frame here, and all I'm doing is simply just looking for an impulsive move, something like this. So everyone's in agreement with what's happening. Everyone's saying we're going down. This is all your big bankers, everyone, all the big movers.
Marty, we can't see your screen. Yeah.
Sorry?
We can't see your screen. I think Partha has taken over the session probably. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Um,
Hello, Partha. Are you there?
Looks like he just dropped out again there, Marty.
yeah,
So
yeah.
might as well start
So maybe you can
sharing your screen
continue.
again.
Okay. Your screen is still visible to others. Click to resume. Resume presenting.
Yep.
Okay, very good. So yep. So as I was saying,
Marty,
all I'm simply doing. Hello.
Marty, can you zoom that a bit, please?
Zoom in.
Yeah, I can't see. No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
So I'll make this into a monthly chart now. Oops. And I'll zoom in again. Okay. Can we see this?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
So when I open a chart up, I'm simply just looking for an impulsive move. So something like this, where everyone's happy with the direction of the market.
Mm-hmm.
And then a corrective move. Okay, so impulsive and then corrective. Why I would say this is more corrective here than not impulsive is because at the moment it's unclear and hard to read.
Yeah, it is kind of consolidating actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we have something like that happen, that's usually a very good sign of a correction. Okay, so no matter what happens from here, we're going to get some sort of impulsive move. So whether this is our impulsive up and this is just our correction, so we can have another impulsive up again, or we're having impulsive down, our correction up, and our impulsive down. So to me, as Partha was saying before, he had a lot of support lines drawn here. So the path of less resistance for him was to likely go up. So for me, this market is still a bit tricky to read, so I'd just leave it alone altogether. So that's just how I would look at this market there. I'm just hoping that sheds some light on what you might be looking at when you open your chart. Because of that, I haven't really found a lot with these currency markets for this monthly masterclass, but I have found such things as our indices and commodities working well. Okay, so if we can go to the NASDAQ. So you can see we got our impulsive up and a corrective down. We got lots of tails, mixed match colors. It's getting difficult to read again, so that's just a corrective move. Our impulsive move is a lot clearer to read. Impulsive, corrective, and impulsive again. Okay, so this guy is looking very impulsive at the moment. You might be having a small correction, starting a small correction here. But at the end of the day, the bigger picture is he's likely to go up a little further. Okay. We go to our ASX. Hang on. Again, it's a bit harder to read. We got our impulsive up. And just like that Euro chart we saw before, how we had it was pretty messy and hard to read. So it's just a correction through here. And now we started our impulsive wave up again. Okay, so in the bigger picture, we are likely to have a long bias on this. Okay. So as we move along, we have our new friend here. I don't really want to sabotage his name, but Delusion, trading the Dow. Okay, again.
You can call him Sam.
Sam. Okay. Okay, so we have impulsive, all this, and hard to read again, so it's corrective, all this, and now impulsive again. And as we can see here, we have our yearly pivot point or yearly R1 resistance point here, where we have this bit of red coming in now. Okay, so that's your indices are looking okay at the moment.
Marty, can I ask a question?
Yep.
That last red bar, the last red candle, right at the top there.
Right. Yeah.
Now, in that situation, obviously, price is going to do what price does. Price is king. We all know that. What makes you think that that's not going to be just a small retraction and a continuation, or whether it'll change at the resistance point and start coming down?
Okay. Well, at the moment, this red candle here this is a monthly chart, so this is signifying April, and we're only on the 7th day in April at the moment. As well as that, I have a wave count that tells us these patterns, what they can be, and our likely situation which might occur from here. Okay, so this will be one wave up, consisting of 5 waves in here. So this is another wave up, okay, consisting of another 5 waves. However, I'm only seeing 3 waves up at the moment in this bit here. So I need to see a 4 and then a 5, which that sort of gives me reason to believe that this will only be a small correction before we continue up higher again.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I understand.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so that's those 3 indices we've covered. I would like to look at these commodities. So silver. So this will tie in a bit later to something I want to show you guys. So here on silver, we've got all this impulsive, all this corrective, and now we've started impulsive again. Okay. So yeah, if we draw our trend lines, we have trend lines here, trend lines here, trend lines everywhere. So these are all multi-year trend lines that are all broken now. Okay. So that could be pretty important. So if silver wants to keep breaking all these trend lines and go up, that could be something to note. Okay, so with this and our indice markets going up, that could be a sign of our friend Andrew's recession. People are wanting to put their money towards assets, with the stocks and commodities as such, like silver.
That's a tremendous bar in last 7 days, Marty.
This is a month, but yes, as well as the last 7 days as well. So on our weekly, here we are here. We've broken the trend line and our yearly resistance. Okay, so one thing I wanted to bring together is we have this happening here, and we saw that the ASX was likely to move higher eventually. Okay, so if people in their share market, so stick with me, let me know if I'm moving too fast here. We can look at big silver producers in Australia, so like Silver Mines Limited. And again, a lot like silver, we have big trend lines, big multi-year trend lines, but a 200-day moving average, and we might be about to break above this yearly pivot point here. Okay, so that could be something to look into if you were interested in trading stocks and shares. Another big one, so we looked at the Dow and the NASDAQ. So I want to bring a bit of a presentation in here. It's only 30 seconds long. Okay, so this is about PayPal. So, okay, PayPal USD has just started, where you can use your Bitcoins, your Ethereum, Litecoin to make purchases now through PayPal. So all digital payments can be made through there. Okay, so this all happened 7 months ago. I think that was October. We saw the NASDAQ was going up. We look at Bitcoin. I think that's no new news there. I think everyone knows Bitcoin's going up. So potentially our PayPal would be worth looking at. Oops. So again, this could be some sort of bottoming formation here, hitting a bottom. We have lots of trend lines possibly getting broken here, and our yearly pivot will be about to be getting breached here. So if we have our rule of 4 closing above here, and as well as these trend lines, this could be something worth looking into for yourselves there. Okay, so that's PayPal. You could argue that we have a inverse head and shoulders here. So you could use your patterns such as head and shoulders there. Okay, so you got the stock market up, cryptos are up. These guys are trading cryptos. There may be potential there. Another chart we can look at. So this one's a bit, you're going to have to be a bit skeptical with this one. We have iron ore. So on our weekly, we can see we started moving down. We have these big multi-year trend lines like this. Okay, we're still sort of not clear from them yet, but iron ore at the moment has gone below this moving average. and we could be heading down. Okay, so the confliction here is the ASX looks pretty strong, but maybe having a small retracement at the moment. So we can go to our biggest iron ore producer in Australia, Fortescue Metals. And again, we've got some sort of reversal candlestick pattern on our pivot line here. Okay, so these are all weekly charts I show you because I like looking at the bigger picture. And these are just things that may have potential for yourselves. So apart from that, I don't really have too much else to show you guys today, unless anyone's got any questions or wants to ask something or interested in anything, wants to see wave counts on anything.
Yeah, Marty, another one I have noticed of late of people that aren't really interested in trading Bitcoin but are interested in the share side is MicroStrategy is a good share that's very closely correlated with Bitcoin. And the share trading strategy actually worked quite well with that as well. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at that at all. MicroStrategy is Michael Saylor, who's the largest holder of Bitcoin in the world for a hedge fund. And yeah, the chart very much mirrors Bitcoin.
Okay. Do you know the ticker code for that one?
Yes, MSTR.
Yes, very much a lot like Bitcoin. Yeah. As well as that, see how this is very much far away from the 200 moving average. So these parabolic moves, just be ready for your reversal. Okay.
Yeah, big correction coming.
Yeah, so you have a 1 here, 2, 3. Might have a slight 4. 5 will go just higher than this guy here. And that's when you'll likely see your correction back towards this fellow here, your moving average. Anyone else got any questions?
Questions for Marty? Sorry, I dropped out because of the blue screen.
That's fine.
Questions for any Marty or me before we hand it over to Kerry? You're showing something, Marty? 1 monthly minor final waiver.
Yeah. This is the NASDAQ
Yeah.
with a potential forecast for it. So note here, I have a 3 in blue and a 4 in blue. Okay, so my next cycle down, I label it in green. Okay, so this will be our primary cycle, our minor cycle in green, and our minute cycle in black. Okay, so we have our 3 and 4 in blue, our big cycle. Now our smaller cycle, 1 and 2, has happened here. So we need a 3 and 4 in green, as well as a 5 to complete this blue 5 here. Okay. So that's why I'm saying this share market is likely have a lot of potential to keep going a bit further this year to the upside.
Till November.
Yep. And it can match November there. This big stuff here, 3 and 4. If I go back to here, okay, so it's in blue now. 3 and 4. So we were looking at this. This was blue before. So on a monthly time frame, it's now in green because it's a smaller cycle. So we have 3, 4. Now we're waiting for our 5 to complete. And once that completes, we will have our blue 4. Now that guy could take 10 to 20 years to form. Okay, so it's going to be long and hard to trade during that time. If this wave count 1, 2, and 3 is correct. So wave 4s are always ugly looking retracements.
We'll
Okay.
short the market then.
Well, you'll be short and long. You won't know what's happening. You'll be up and down, volatility everywhere. Crazy.
That is recession for Andrew.
Gold. Okay, so huge cycle 3, huge cycle 4. We're doing a huge cycle 5. Okay. But if there's a recession, people want to accumulate their assets such as gold. So this could be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and green, which will then start our new blue cycle upwards. Okay, of 1. So that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up for a very long time. Up to the moon. It could be.
Be on the screen at least.
Well above the screen.
Excuse me, everybody. I have to leave, unfortunately. Thank you very much for your
We're missing your
presentation. I'll catch you next week.
Not a
See
problem.
you.
So possibly, can we request Kerry now, Marty?
We can request Kerry, please.
Please, Kerry, with your magic.